Yo guys, down here in Cherry Hill, I wanted to give you a real brief tour of where the merchandise for our channel is made. This is my buddy owns Hook Grip. His name is Nat, and doing a little water pump repair, so I got backed up here on his forklift. But I figured we'd show you some of the equipment. This is what we're working on right now. He just said the water pump was leaking out of the weep hole, that little plastic plug, but that's actually just a bleed port for getting the air out after you fill the coolant. There is a weep hole down beneath that. It seems like it was trickling at one point, but see, this has got good play in that water pump anyway, so that should be a pretty simple repair. He's got the new part right here, and this is my man Nat.
What's going on?
He prints all the t-shirts here in the USA. He's got, how many employees you have?
3 work here. So in here, the printing room, not fired up right now, but we have 2 made in Japan Epson F2100s.
Oh, look at that, he's even got a misprint up on here, because this is not meant to be printed on. So the t-shirts get laid right on here, they go in there, and that just shoots the ink on there.
Shoots the ink. Before that, you heat press here, so that kind of flattens it out, dries the shirt out. These are shirts that are ready to be printed. They're kind of organized by size up there. Then once it's printed, it goes right out here. And this is a very high wattage conveyor dryer. More or less just gets rid of all the moisture.
Well, that's how the shirts are made in this little room here in Cherry Hill. He's got quite the large warehouse. Oops, I just knocked your rack over there.
And then this is where the hats are made.
He's gonna run us through doing a hat real quick. He just pulled that out of the drawer.
Yeah, pulled it out of here. This is the hat. You have to take out the little piece of cardboard in here. You don't want to embroider that on. And then this just basically gets, this is the actual hat clamp right here. So this is already preloaded on here. We just leave it on like that. And then this, you take this out so you don't embroider that down. And then this would just go on here. And you know what, I forgot to undo this. Gotta undo this, sorry. I don't normally do this, by the way. I know how to do it, but I don't do it on a day-to-day. I figured out the process, and then my employees kind of are the ones actually running it. Yeah. So this kind of loops over the top. You want to make sure that this is down and kind of like even across the brim. You push this down underneath here just to hold the brim down itself. And then what we do, because we embroider pretty close to right here, we put a piece of tape across here, because when it moves back and forth really quick, you have to stop it from basically burning the brim. This is just really just a fixture to get it onto here. Now at this point, you can see we actually conveniently already have the artwork up. Typically I would have to load the artwork, but if the last thing that was done was this hat, then, you know, it's good. So this just slides in like this, clips in. And what's nice is normally I would have to kind of do some alignment to make sure everything's exactly how it should be. But this is kind of minimal at this point because it was already done. So what I'm doing now is I'm basically just gonna put this needle on the center point right here.
All right.
See, so I'm just kind of moving it that way.
Oh yeah, I see it,
so
inching it over.
This will be the center of the design, wherever I put this needle right now. I would typically do a trace, which is, it's gonna kind of run the process. So you'll see it's gonna kind of literally just show me where it's gonna embroider.
Let's do like a little test run, make sure everything's...
You're just making sure you're not gonna hit stuff. And then we typically start it slow, because if you start slow, then what ends up happening is you just get a better start to the whole thing.
Okay.
And then we kind of ramp it up. So you'll see what I do. And you can see I'm on the right colors. So it's running really slow. This is its minimum speed. I put it on minimum speed. Then what I do is I will ramp it up to about 800. Right now it's on 200. And this is not something you have to do. I just find you get better results if you start it slowly.
So it did like a base cross pattern, and now it's going over the top. So check this out. It's finished in film in the K, and when it's done, yeah, it trims itself and cuts it off. Perfect. Moving on to the next letter, it shows your progress up on the screen. Pretty incredible machine.
So it shows you what stitch it's on.
Oh yeah, 4,286 stitches. It's on stitch number 1500. This machine is made by ZSK in Germany. And the hats are not made in USA, but it's pretty hard to find any garments made in USA these days. If you make hats in the US, feel free to shoot me an email though, and maybe we could make that happen. It'd be cool to have the option. And now that it's done all the white, it's gonna switch itself over to red and start the perimeter. It.
So now to pop it off, there's just 3 things. Rotate it out, pull this off. Oh, I left a little bit there. Pull this off. There you go, ready to go. It's not attached in the back, but it's ready to go.
Look at that. One fresh NNKH hat, ready to get shipped out. At this point, he's trying out a few different color options, doing an Irish theme right now. And then we're gonna put those options on the website for you guys too. While he's doing that, I'm gonna get going, knocking this pump out real quick. You got this Makita cordless ratchet. Got an interesting head on there, but works pretty well. I like it. Ton of power with this 4 amp hour battery.
Yeah.
How was that catching? Pretty good there? Is it? Ah, not that much even came out. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Probably a little bit below, but...
Yeah, this thing was totally shot. You're lucky replacing this.
Yeah.
And that weep hole, I mean, you can see it's been leaking because it's all corroding up top.
Yeah.
So this weep hole is designed when the coolant pressure pushes past this seal, it'll start coming out there. And then there's another seal out here. It's like a double seal. And we are all back together. Left this bleed open, filled it up with coolant until it came out. That's to get all the air out of that pocket. But while I was slapping that all together, he printed out a few different custom color ones. This is kind of what it would look like. There's that Irish theme. There's the original. And just to give you an idea of the kind of thing. So all black. Now the options will be on the site. I'll try to plug that in at the end of this video if we get it up and running. And as I'm recording that, I'm seeing this massive roll of tape. This thing looks ridiculous. Looks like he custom built this roller too. It's insane. So that wraps up the quick tour of Nat's shop here over at Hook Grip in Cherry Hill. And also noticing this big fan. It comes pretty darn close to those boxes. I guess you got to be careful about what you put up there. You put a high stack.
It's got a good bit of clearance, but we do turn the fan off if we're ever working with any of these boxes.
That makes sense. Is that top speed on it, or I can?
It's not top speed, but we can do top speed.
Fire it up. Yeah, like even at spinning at that slow speed, I can feel quite a bit of air coming from this thing.
So
yeah, that thing kicks.
This is actually not top speed. So the way this works is
it's about to suck that back into it, right? That'll take your head right off, huh?
Yeah, this will mess you up. So this isn't top speed. Basically, this runs off of VFD. You know, that's a 3-phase normal AC motor up there. And the way the VFD works, it's feeding hertz into it. So this is 50 hertz. I could put it up to 60 hertz, but I actually have the VFD limited to 50 because I'm scared of 60.
Yeah, I don't think anything more than that would be necessary.
As it is, this tends to ruin stuff down here. We're probably blowing things around. We don't need to be blowing around.
Yeah, kicking up the dust too. Well, anyway, that was the quick tour. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you didn't do much on that water pump, there wasn't much to show you, but that was just a little insight into where the merch comes from. There's a link to it down below, nononsensenohell.com. All right, we're back home. Got the website updated, so I wanted to show you that real quick. Here's all the options we currently have. A lot of comments about maybe getting the Gus t-shirt. It'd be really cute if anybody has an idea for artwork on that or a saying on it, like what's that one Dachshund saying? The grass is greener under my wiener. I think that's already somebody's work though. But anyway, for the hats, the standard one, you'd click right here. You can get, select an option, you get the large center logo or the small side logo. And if you want colors, then this would be for the large center logo one. You pick the border color, which is normally white, and then you can pick the letter and wrench color down here. Lots of options to pick a custom one. And if you wanted the small logo, we don't currently have any pictures of those of the different colors, but same deal. So, all right, hopefully that helps answer that. Well, Matt gave me a little present today as well. He made a banner in the garage. He said it's pretty big. It's pretty huge. Just finishing up applying a densifier on here, so I figured I'd hang it real quick. Holy smokes! This thing is huge! Well, I don't know if you got lucky in that or if you knew these posts were 8 foot on center, but gosh darn, that's like a perfect fit across there. Could always went up on the top board, but I think we're doing the conduit up there. So thank you very much for the awesome sign, man. I might end up having to move it at some point because I don't know what we'll be doing with the shelving, but that looks awesome, dude. It's huge, love it. So that'll wrap this one up. Appreciate all the support, guys. Anybody who checks out the website or anybody who has ordered merch, thank you very much. Thanks, Nat, for the awesome banner and doing the work with that. And I'll see y'all in a future video very soon. No nonsense, no how. 2 over out.